Hey guys, it's Oz here, and today's episode we're going to be looking into chunk loaders and chunks in general. So, first of all, how do we make a chunk loader? You need a enchantment table. You're going to need 5 gold ingots like this. You're going to need 1 ender pearl at the bottom, at the top, sorry, and you've got your chunk loader. There's another chunk loader which I'll show you later on. But I'll just show you what this one does. Just place it down here. Okay, so now, generally, okay, so if we right click on it, it's got a UI. It says chunk loader, radius 2, does 9 chunks. And we can click here to go show lasers. And if we exit out of that and fly up, you can see everything in that red area will be chunk loaded. Because we're already here, the character itself, our character, loads this area, but should we go to the nether, everything within inside this area will continue on working, which means the solar panels will generate energy, the boilers will keep on going, all the machineries, the cows will do the cow stuff, and so on and so on. If I press F9, you can see these extra red lines. And those are the corners of individual chunks. If I press F9 again, you'll see a green line, or a green grid. I'll just turn the other lasers off. So in this green cubed area is 1 chunk. So in this chunk we've got our chests, our storage chests, our water pump, solar panel, so everything in here continues running because this chunk is loaded. And since this says a chunk radius of 2, it does a total of 9. Essentially what it says, it's doing the chunk that it's in plus this chunk, this chunk, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So essentially does, so 1 chunk is the chunk it's in, 2 chunks is the chunk it's in, plus all the chunks on the outside of this chunk. I'm saying chunk a lot, but, well, unfortunately I'm going to have to say chunk more, because I'm going to break this off. Okay, and I'll show you how to make the next chunk loader, which uses this chunk loader, and it's a mini chunk loader. So you just put ender pearls on the outside and you get these little tiny chunk loaders. What they do is they only load individual chunks. So this is what I really want. Okay, so what I want to do is when I'm not here, there are some things here that I want loaded and some things I don't. So generally I don't need this area loaded because it hasn't got any machinery. I don't want this area loaded because I don't I don't want to constantly make sewage and farm work, so I don't really need that. I don't need this area because it's basically just cords and wires. I do have a need this area because it's got the main energy hub, which is this the redstone energy cell, the bridge, some solar panels. It also has our aqueous accumulators, so anything in here that requires water, such as those boilers, won't go without. The boilers, however, will stop getting ethanol, because this still here is powered with this redstone energy conduit cell, and as you can see, the energy conduit cell actually goes outside of this green area. So when we're not here, even though this chunk is loaded, the one next to it, which has the this join here, isn't loaded, which means this part here won't have energy. This part won't have any energy because the energy is coming in from the outside. So that's fine for us because as long as these things don't go dry of water, that's okay. Okay, so we want to put a chunk loader somewhere in here. So we'll just put it right there. So now this little area here is chunk loaded when we're not here. Okay, so where do I want the other chunk loaded? It's going to be in our Twilight Forest area. Okay, so where's the hole in the roof? Over here. Oh, no, I'm gonna sneeze. No, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Holding nose. Oh, I get sinus, it sucks. Man, I wish I could make an elevator. Maybe I should look into that. And now I want this area loaded. So I press F9 to get out chunk space. I've made a platform that's one chunk size, which is 18 by 18. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. Sorry, 16 by 16 is one chunk. So over here, we're going to put in the next episode. Hello. I went, is he? Will you hurt me? Ah, yes, he will. Did I see another one? Take that. Okay. So anyway, on the next episode, we're going to use a tesseract to transfer energy from the overworld to here. And for those to work, both the homeworld tesseract and the tesseract here need to be chunk loaded. Okay, and then after we have the energy here, we can then power a quarry, which then can get all the resources I want from here. And I'm going to need a item tesseract to send things back, and they also need chunk load. The quarries themselves don't need to be chunk loaded because they chunk load themselves, which is fine. And I think that's about it for today's lesson. And as you can see, these little chunk loaders, I've got 8 of them now. Okay, so until next time, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Questions, queries, other words for questions and queries, and suggestions, they're all welcomed. Anything, and I'll reply to everything, pretty much, unless it's spam. So until next time, guys.